Tony's putting up our new low profile RV antenna. And he's asking me to go get him something. I'm his gopher. What do you need, dear?
Well, all right, here's today's project. We are going to remove this old antenna, the old crank up that would raise up and raise down, the one you always have to remember to put down. We are going to replace this with one of the new digital ones. We were using it as an antenna for the full-blown Barndominium here, and we got our new one installed if you watched the past video. And this is going to go bye-bye. So I've got to dig down in all this goop to get down to the screws that are holding this in. I'll then put down a waterproofing layer. We'll set the new antenna down, waterproof around it, make the connections on the inside. This existing cable line here, I'm going to leave it because it's already sealed and already goes to the amplifier inside. That way I do not have to run wiring. Right here is a connection. I'll just connect the new one right there at that boot, hopefully, as long as everything works out on that. And yeah, so let's get to getting all this goopy weatherproofing off of it. Here is the old turn for the antenna from here on the inside. I'm going to take this set screw out, take this down, and unbolt it as much as I need to get this removed. Handle came off quite easily. Now all I got to do is take these bolts off, and then it's off to the outside to get that connection. All right, so I got it all done. What we got here is we had all of that white. My wife calls it the marshmallow fluff sealant on the outside, which I have purchased that also. But also what we got here is we had a strip. I do believe this is a butyl rubber. That I do believe that's spelled B-U-T-Y-L, butyl rubber, that went around, and where each one of the screws penetrated, it goes through that butyl rubber, and that makes it a lot better seal also. I also have butyl rubber to use on my new antenna when I screw it down. So it's going to take up a bigger spot on here, but that's okay because we've got plenty of that marshmallow fluff sealant to put around it. This also shared the screw hole, so I had to take it off, and that'll hold the cable to keep it from flopping around here on the roof. And I'll just put some more butyl rubber, or I'll put some more of the marshmallow fluff on there also, and we'll be ready to go. So I'm going to get the rest of this off, and then we'll see about putting the other antenna up here and seeing what she looks like. All right. So here's the new Winegard antenna. I've already put some butyl rubber on the bottom, butyl rubber tape. Right here it's marked front to go to the front of the RV. So I'm going to position it over my hole. It goes down into the RV. Before I push that down, I'm going to go inside and look up, make sure that it's right over the hole. All right, well that wasn't too brilliant. What I did is I put the axle extension on there and stuck that down in the hole, and that let me know it was in alignment. So yeah, I'm gonna put that down. I'm gonna push it down just a little bit to get that butyl rubber to stick. Each one of the drill holes has butyl rubber down in it, so that will seal it up whenever we put the screws through them. Let's anchor it down. I'm not going to anchor it extremely hard because the sealant and that butyl rubber will, even though it doesn't harden up, it's still quite sticky, and that'll hold it down. All right, so I got all the screws down in it. She is in good. This is going to connect over here. I'm going to have to move this now. It doesn't quite reach over to where it was before. We'll try it again. It might, but that would be sticking up in the air. I could lay it down like that. Yeah, I'll do it like it. That way it's going in the same hole. Let's go ahead and screw that back down. All right, so before I go and put the permanent sealant on this, the marshmallow fluff, we're going to go ahead and go down in the inside. We're going to connect everything up on the inside, and I'm actually going to turn the TV on, and I want to see it work, because once I put that white stuff down, it's a long way in reverse. So before I put the permanent seal on, let's get everything done on the inside and do a test first. So here's the extension coming through the roof. I can feel the antenna moving up the top. So if I push it up, it is up into it. And this is the connection that's inside. Now, as you notice, it's a little long. So I got my tape measure. I'm going to measure what this distance is between this and there. And then I'm going to cut that piece off so that it doesn't stick down so far. Right about 2.5 inches. So I'm going to take this into the garage. I'm going to snip off 2.5 inches. So I'll cut it off a little shorter. Let's try her again. Find out where that's at. Got a stink bug. We have pulled probably 20 stink bugs today from the windows. It's getting hot outside. They're all coming out from their winter hiding. And yeah, they're annoying. All right, so that's just about flush. Then this will go on. Right there. You push up and you turn. You push up and you turn. All right. I'm going to check and see if that has a check the instructions and see if this turner has any particular. I don't think it has any direction on it. It's random. Goes all the way around. So yeah. Let me get her screwed on. Okay, so there's no particular direction that goes, because it free spins all the way around. So I'm going to hold it up there where I want it and screw it in. I'm just going to turn it so the letters face the way I want them to read. And you really, these sealants are very thin. Snug is all you want. Do not run those screws in there too hard. There we go. So I'll be able to push up and turn the antenna upstairs. Up top, that's that way. And there's this way. All right. So now I'm going to have to turn things on so that I can get power inside here. I think I've got power outside already. I think it's already on. We're on shore power, so I've got the electrical line hooked up. I'm going to turn the TV on. Inside here is all my wife's storage stuff. But in the corner, the original power unit is right here. Now, the cable on this RV, there's two different types. One, you have a cable TV line that is outside in the back, or in my case, it's in the back, it's on the outside, so that if you go to an RV campsite that has cable television, you can plug to that outside television, plug that into the side of the RV, and you'll have cable TV. I think you have to turn the power booster off when you do that, but anyway, so you can have cable TV. Cable TV is already boosted. Antennas require a booster. Now, so normally when those are wired up, they're wired up that the outside antenna connection is not boosted, but the one coming off your roof is. We lived in our camper for 15 months, and I wanted to have cable TV or TV. So the outside plug, I took that cap off for the cable. I took that cap off and I moved the outside antenna plug to run off the booster. So I'm gonna have to take that off, swap those wires, or connect the one wire to get it back to amplifying the one that's on the roof, and then I can do a test. This one has a different setup. The one that came with it, this one has an external plug, and it has a plug for a cigarette lighter. I don't particularly want the cigarette lighter, and I don't like it being open like that. I would have to buy a plug that will plug in there because I don't want that exposed, the exposed positive and negative. Even though it's only 12 volt, it's still electricity. But I think I'm just going to keep the existing amplifier that's on it as long as it runs the TV. So I'm going to swap that thing around, and then I'm going to get to testing the TV, see what we got. Okay, so sure enough, whenever this is still on the old system, I taped the wire that went up to the roof. I taped it to the other one, this white one. The white one goes on this plug right here. This plug right here. That's the cable. The inside of the plate, it's actually marked. The center one says cable. So this one is supposed to be antenna, which is this one. And I know that also because that wire's brown. And I noticed when I was on the roof, the wire was brown. I'm going to get these two swapped around and get the testing. Okay, quick update. This was the existing wire that came from the antenna out on the roof inside. The pin on the inside of both ends of this broke off. So I wasn't getting any signal coming in. So I'm going to go ahead and put the new one up top. I already pulled the old one off here. I'm going to install the new one, run it down to the amplifier, and let's see what we get then. It's a new wire anyway, so new antenna, might as well get a new wire. Okay, so putting the new wire from the antenna down to the inside where it broke off those points is definitely working, because I'm getting 34 channels now, which is, you know, phenomenal compared to here. So the digital antenna is working. So now I can get to putting the final waterproofing on it. Okay, so finally got everything done. Check the TV, everything works great. So I'm gonna put some of this waterproofing back on. That boot don't quite fit on this one. I'm gonna use some of this butyl tape. I'm gonna wrap it around that electrical connection, that reception connection there. Stuff is just like putty. It doesn't harden up. It'll stay loose. I'm also going to put the other type of waterproofing on it also. So I got that butyl on it. Now I'm going to squeeze it, and that will just fill in all the air holes and gaps. I also have a hole here. I had to make this hole a little bit bigger for the new wire I ran down in it. But that's fine, because we will do the same with the butyl rubber on it. Packing it on the back side. And then I am just going to squish that on in there. Put these over my screw heads. Overkill, because that sealant is going to do the job. All right, so now we're going to use our lap sealant. This is the Dicor RV roof white. This is the not the self. I think this is the self-leveling. Yes, this self-levels, so it is very thin, and it goes on like it goes on like marshmallow cream, and it will level itself out, and it does an excellent job. And I am just going to generously put this on. I'm putting it right in the crack right now. I will come back and put more. These are some of the old holes that the other antenna lapped over. I'm gonna be sure and get some in those. No, this is not like putting regular caulk on it. You literally just blob it on really good and thick. You come out here a little bit later and it will be settled down and flat. So one tube ended up doing it. And that's it. Already tested it. We pulled 54 channels on using this new antenna, which we might have got 4 on the old Yagi. But these new digital ones pick up the digital signals coming from town. Note, big time note, do not skimp out on the caulk. Get your die core. It's made for this. It self-levels. It falls into all the spots and into all the crevices. Do not skip on this. You can get it online, Amazon, all day long. It's not the cheapest stuff, but if you buy a really good caulk, it costs the same. And regular caulk is not the same because regular caulk will dry harder, it will crack through time, and you will get leaks. Get your roofing stuff in. Thanks for watching us on the channel. Stick around for some more of these adventures that we go on. Camping season's coming around, so it's time to hit the road and do a little bit of camping. Hang out with us. Check out her Instagram page, and also I do believe she has a TikTok page also for RV Barndominium. So sign up for all of them. Click the like and subscribe. Give us a thumbs up and a little heart and all those other good things and whatnot. And we will catch you on the next one. See you later, guys. So we sent her to get some wood up by the shed.
Tony did.
And guess what she finds?
This.
A baby. Oh, easy.
I don't know if it's a baby. He's got nice coloring.
Yeah.
He tried to slither away, but
obviously, Cindy is not scared of snakes.
I mean, I don't want them biting me, but I will pick them up. I mean, this one didn't look too dangerous. He's not too big.
He's not upset.
Yeah, he tried to get away, but
he looks like
he's calmed down.
He's eating pretty good.
Yeah, so, yeah.
Say bye-bye.
I'm taking him back.